People throughout the Twin Cities are celebrating the life of longtime community activist Ron Edwards.
The prominent civil rights advocate died last week at the age of 81. As Reg Chapman shares, Edwards will be remembered as a champion of the community who helped raise the voice of others.
He spoke his mind. He stood up for what he believed in. He encouraged other people to stand up.
Inside Estes Funeral Chapel on Minneapolis' North Side, people from all different walks of life gathered to say farewell to a local legend.
He was more than willing to share his knowledge, his skills, his methods with other people who he thought sincerely cared about the same thing he cares about,
Ron Edwards was a past president of the Minneapolis Urban League. His reach went well beyond his neighborhood.
He meant so much to the black police officers on this police department because when we tried to diversify the department back in the early 90s, there was some resistance.
Commander Charlie Adams says his friend and mentor never gave up fighting to make sure the police and fire departments reflected the community they served. His efforts impacted the entire city.
It helped change the culture of the department. It helped the white officers as much as it helped the young black officers that wanted to become police officers.
Throughout his life, Edwards created and preserved the community's story.
He held the history of North Minneapolis. You could ask him anything about North Minneapolis going all the way back to the 40s and some even to the 30s, and he would tell you. He had that history in his head.
Many did not know Ron Edwards was a co-founder of Minneapolis Telecommunications Network, or MTN.
It's the biggest loss in the African American community as far as knowledge, Reg. And I know what it is as an activist. I know what we've lost here.
This loss is felt most by the activists he mentored.
He meant everything to me. That's how I started fighting.
He was inspirational and encouraging.
The Minneapolis African American Professional Firefighters Association is pushing to name a new downtown fire station in Edwards' honor. It wants to honor him for his work to desegregate the fire department in the 1970s. Edwards' funeral is Saturday morning at Shiloh Temple on West Broadway.
A big loss for the community.
Huge loss.
Yeah.
The fire department is a nice touch if that happens.
Well, they're pushing for it.
I bet. All right.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Reg.
Reg.